Hello, everybody, and welcome to my channel. I hope you guys are having a great day today. I hope every one of you is enjoying the spring weather that's almost around the corner, and we're having we're in a good mood, right? Everybody's in a great mood. I've been putting off a video that I wanted to make for a while now, and the thing about it is that I did make a video. The video wasn't too well. It's just wasn't articulated in the way I wanted to, but I'm going to keep it brief. I realized, and I've known this for just a few, few months ago, that I do need to be repetitive in a lot of ways so that we all understand where we are. So, what happened today, right? What happened, or what's been happening this Wednesday for most people, or, people that I'm involved with, people that are involved in Ascension and understand what's going on. You have to put things into perspective. And I'll get into deeper stuff as I go along. And it's just at the beginning of my videos when I first started, and I said, I remember saying, that all this stuff that I knew, or the stuff that just came to me, and all the information needed to go out. It needed to go out. I feel like I'm in the second phase where now I need to go move forward a lot of things that I kept behind, which I think is time. But I'll come back to it again and again and again until we get it. Usually when you're learning a new skill, or math, maybe math is taught to you in a certain way, right? And usually it's taught to you in different several ways, so you understand actually how to get it through. And just one way looks complicated for someone, it might be simple for another person to understand, but still the same math, right? Still, everything's still the same. We're on track with everything we want to do, and no matter how up and down it may seem, we're going in the right direction here. So Anunnaki came to the planet. They created humans. They're a root race. Humans are like a C-class race. We're not really a race where other races don't feel that we're autonomous for ourselves, right? They don't feel that we are a root race. We're like a second-class race or something like that, right? Just to give it an example. And that's really not what we are. In any case, our root race parents, the Anunnaki, are the ones that are in charge of us. So if you have a reptilian invasion on Earth, then, based on the belief and faith system that we have here, people are going to pray and pray and pray and pray for help or assistance. And what you're asking for is that your root race comes and saves you, right? You're asking for your creator, your direct natural creator, to come to you and help you out, which is what's happening right now, right? We're helping out. We're showing the way, to put it that way. And then we have, just to kind of go forward a little bit. What's happening with the ascension process is very simple. I did a math one time where I think it was a 16,500 year cycle of since the beginning of when the calendar day started on Earth until present moment. Very rough estimate, and I'm downplaying it quite a bit, but I think the Earth has gone through 480 16,000 gaps of years since the Anunnaki back then, right? That is a very long time. So this is a very old race. So with that, you can say that maybe they've ascended more than a few times. You can say that they've evolved frequently. They were able to adjust the magnetic field of the planet about 10 years ago, 20 years ago. They were able to make it so that we don't have that polar shift. Even there's still people talking about it. So it's an update of information that you need to know. So then there's Sanat Kumara, and there's other hosts of beings, etc. It has an explanation, and I'm not going to get to that just yet. Let's focus on this. So we're moving away. It's just so funny. I made a video about this, and I just felt like, oh, I don't, I'll just brush it off. But it's out there, right? I've said it. Even if nobody saw the video, I worded that and I put it out there. Okay. So we're moving, we're ascending, we're going up, we're going up, and that means that third dimension physicality, for what we know it, is going to stay the same. But today, for example, we've noticed that there's a little more, right? There's just a little more that we're grasping onto. And I've been feeling this for a long time, personally for myself. A day at a time, 1 hour of the day at a time, a few minutes at a time. And now it's just that it's probably not just me, but there's a whole bunch of us that are conglomerating and putting ourselves together and having this energy of us going up and higher and higher. So the way you experience it is that maybe you'll have a feeling, right? And then it'll just, you feel like you're dizzy or funny, or something's weird. And it's not maybe just that we're coming into spring, and that might be the case too, but still it has an explanation. And it's just that everybody's feeling happy and is feeling great and is feeling excited, and there's this energy going around where people are just feeling good. You talk to people at work, you're thinking, oh, they feel great. Yeah, we're getting good weather. We're moving there where we need to go. We're doing certain things, right? We got plans for the future, and things like that. So so then this is, imagine that as being an energy field, a force that you tap into yourself. But since you're moving in the ascended process, you're getting a different kind of download for that same value of information that's going on. You're getting the same kind of value. You're getting more value out of the same energy that's going on. The energy that's going on now, happy, you're probably excited. You're probably ecstatic, right? And most people would feel happy and excited, but no, each time I feel ecstatic. That hourglass energy field from your chakra, it's opening up more and more, and then you're able to, maybe you have a channeling with Chloe, right? You feel her energy. You know that is the energy has an essence to it that's very unique, right? Sometimes you tap into yourself and you feel like you're staring at yourself, right? Like you're looking at your at self in the mirror, and is so interesting too. Like you're just kind of poking at yourself as if you're looking in the mirror and you're thinking, well, this is really me, that kind of me. The other part of you that's your yourself, but like your higher self, right? Your refined higher self. So you can talk to your higher self. And talking about, or touching on the subject of channeling, the channeled message that you get, or that I get, that comes through me, they will use my voice, they will use my intellect, my knowledge, and the things that I know, to bring a message to you. There's a lot of things that I don't do. I don't go on and meditate for 20 minutes, or I don't ask to be put in a ball of light. I can and I should maybe, but it's not as planned as I wanted to, because my life is very fluid. There's always something going on, right? And that's never a bad thing. But I always like taking time and talk to you guys about this. So I first started making videos where I say 10 minutes. I'm not gonna go past 10. I'm gonna do 15. I'm gonna do 20. I've made half an hour videos that I can't believe it for myself. But I'm gonna stick to topic, the Anunnaki, the request for assistance from humanity. Those that say we're suppressed, we need help, we need to get out of here, and then the ascension process too that's going on, where the whole planet is going up. My cat is grumpy, and he doesn't like to be petted. He doesn't like to. 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, he's been more cuddly. He sleeps. I'm not watching TV, and he'll lay next to me, or he'll be there, present, but not necessarily over my legs or anything, right? But he's changed too. Like, everyone's going through this process, and what's happened today is that you went up, right? Your higher self can come into your body and participate in a physical form through an angelic soul, right? Your physical vessel could be um, your physical vessel can be used as a transport of the higher dimensional energy that's you yourself. So in this case, when we get into this state, your mind is clear. You feel that you're exploring a new place, even though it's very familiar to you. Okay? And you're looking around and you're thinking, okay, this is how it feels to be on Earth. And since we're grounding this energy, myself, then this allows us to have others connect and make that grounding. And the way that my higher self wants to express that now would be as if you were being dunked in water and brought back, right? If you were showering in the rain and you just came into and dried off, there's part of that that's still with you and it stays with you. And then you go through that process again when you put closer to the fire and you feel the warmth of the fire. It's no longer fearful. You understand the effects of it, you know? So we are in that process right now. The earth is moving in that kind of direction, and it'll always be this pull and push, and the non-binary humans, the ones that don't lean in either way, the ones that are just part of a population of, eat, breathe, sleep, and just this is it, there's nothing more. They're going to realize that there's just a special um, circumstance, a certain kind of person, and just a gravitate toward a um, belief system that is your focus on life, right? And you'll see that as an opposite force where you're going back and forth with this energy, right? It's like the yin and the yang. That's what they're saying about the ascension. There's a dip into the white side as much as there's the dip to the darker side, the black side. And it's always a motion or rotation. And either side can really push towards wanting to be dominant in one way, and it'll happen in the opposite sense as well. And this happens at a planetary level, at a solar system level, right? And maybe even higher than that for any group of beings that know how to make this sort of push towards this um, motion, right? So there's energy that you can tap into. There's the energy of the bad news about the Pope. You can tap it. Can everybody do this? No. Not every single person can connect to that kind of energy, and it's just not their skill set to do that, even though you'd want to, right? We all watch our favorite sports, and you wish you can slam dunk, but you can't. But you can definitely watch someone else do it, and it's just as fun, right? It's just as exciting that you can't do it, but there's another human being just like you that can. So it makes you feel a certain way, right? You feel good. Some things need to be verbalized for you to grasp what I'm saying, and I think I'm getting through to you, to everyone, right? So that was just like a mini small channeling for my higher self, and you really got to disassociate your you got to let that, you got to let that energy flow into your body. And it's a process. I mentioned the things that I do before. That's important. I'm not gonna mention just your not gonna mention the excuse me, the chakras and all of that stuff. I'm not gonna go into that right now. We all know about that, and I did a lot of that, and I don't feel like I need to do any more for now, because it's easier than to send. It's not like you need to eat every day. You have to eat every day, right? You can go a few days, but this is different. This is you tuning into a frequency that you're not going to tune back from, and a lot of people are scared to. Oh, they know, but they don't want to go. You know that you'd be safe if you go out the other side of the haunted house, but you're going to be very afraid to go through to get there. So there's a lot of fear put into going through the haunted house to get to the other side, right? So it's one step at a time. Take it easy. So you're connecting with your very, very old soul. You're an Anunnaki, you're Andromedan, you're Syrian. You're an old soul that's probably experienced uh, an ascension before, and now we're going through an ascension again. Oh, ascension, ascension. The first wave of ascension. We're going through this step by step process. Just think back a few years. How did you feel, in comparison to this today? How did you feel 2 years ago when you could tap into it slightly, or you just not too sure? But now, look at us now, right? We're whoa, okay, like this is amazing, all right. It's just like I can't believe it. And then you get to live a 3D world where you can still go out and party and eat your ice cream and go on the roller coaster, and then really be that 3D person of yourself that you know the one that's like, there's something out there, but man, let's go play video games or something, right? Who cares? Like zoning out, tapping out of that, disconnecting from it, moving away from that. But now you can just always come back in to that and be yourself, be me, right? Then you can be your higher self. Then you can channel your higher self, and you can do the sort of things that it's just going to be great. So what is ascension? Ascension is then initially just the it is the cooperation of higher dimension beings, or your oversoul, your higher soul, that just kind of overrides your physical body. And then you can say something like, well, mm, you'd coordinate with others and you'd achieve a task specifically, right? Um, Maybe you want to build a road. You want to chip in, go to the bank with a down payment, and you say, well, we're divinely guided through our higher selves that we know that we want to build this road and have access to that other town, or the road is not good, but we want to build another road or improve the road to get to that other town. And it's just, it doesn't have to have you don't have to look at it with a specific purpose, you know? It doesn't have to satisfy an immediate goal that has an instant gratification process to it. But now we're building, right? Now we're putting it together. So you never know how the crossword puzzle is going to turn out if you don't finish or start it. You don't know how the jigsaw puzzle is going to look You could look at the box, but it's not the same when you're putting it together. So that's just kind of the initial rotation of what you feel divinely guided to. Like this video, where I'm feel like I'm guided towards doing something, and there's a huge difference from putting aside the human part of satisfaction, the pleasure of doing something good, or the expectation of getting something out of what you're doing, than just feeling divinely guided for yourself to do something that doesn't necessarily bring something back as a reward for your input for what you're doing. Uh, that was a tough thing for me to really drag my feet. I was really when it came to that, you know, when it came to wanting to do that years and years ago. It's just like, I gotta get up and go to work, or I gotta go and I don't know, and you do it right, but you're just pushing away. Your body is just like, I don't want to do my divine duty. You know how many people don't do their divine duty? A lot still people that are sleeping that they know, but they're just like, no, no, there it goes again. You know, there it goes again. So I don't want to make this video too long. You're ascending, you're getting dipped into the ascension energy, you're dipping out, right? We're connecting with a higher source of energy that we can tap into others, movements, others attention focus. Like for example, unfortunately, and I hope that he's doing well, for our pope, or our president, or the situation in Ukraine. You can, it's easy to, like, put it into a perspective where it's understandable what's going on in those situations, and that is what you're going to be coming into more. You'll be able to see the reasoning and the why behind all these things that are happening, and these are just examples, not to be taken as truth or facts. So, just for the purpose of a current event that we're having, instead of making something up, right? So you'll be able to make this kind of you'll be able to understand the energy behind the fear, right, or the fear of loss for an individual, or that this person might be going through something, and you know it, and you feel that you can tap into that for yourself. So you'll be looking at the next individual as a third dimensional person, but then there's so much more that you will see about this person because your divine gifts are going to be elevated, right? And you have to go out and really make that effort, sis, to really put yourself out there. Even if you seems like you're wanting something in return, still do it, and you don't have to expect anything um, for it, right? So that's your ascension process. That's your Anunnaki. That's the reason why we're here on planet Earth. That's the reason why you have your sense of authority. It's the reason why you have a perspective on your surroundings, and then just how much better it's going to be on the other side. Or when, imagine how we would feel in the next 4 years or the next 10 years. How much better it would be in 5 years or 6. Pick a number, right? So that ends it. I hope you guys have a good night, and I'll be making more videos and just seeing what kind of topics I can think of. But it's definitely going to be quite repetitive, and it feels like this is just what I have to do, and then go into the other things that I've just gone into today. Get a little things, a little sample of a little more of what I know. So I leave you with that. I hope you guys have a good night, and thanks for watching.